Hello, I know I'm late as always. I wasn't trying to find food though, actually. Hold on, I have to make sure because it'll take forever for this to actually come up on actual. Okay, there. Now I know I'm on YouTube. So let me go back to my. Hello. I was not skinny dipping in the pool, but if you saw can you hear me and everything? I think you can. If you saw, I did like a live the other night. It was like late night. It was like 10:40 p.m. my time, and I was just like sitting out by the pool and a little bored. And so I decided to go live, and I went live, and like a bunch of people came on, and my husband came home, and he likes to go in the pool, and he often just jumps in butt naked. And luckily he didn't, because I was like, honey, don't porn bomb me. And he's like, what's that? I'm like, if you jump in naked, then like it's like porn bombing me. I'll have to like, I know I was late. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's crazy. It's funny. Those of us who live here were like, oh, there's a raging fire like a mile from my house, and there's all the smoke. Like, oh yeah, whatever. Like it's so funny. Like one of our friends, Ben, he came over. There's a mirror. It's like making a weird like. So first let me tell a story. So he comes over and he's like, yeah, my daughter texts me and she's like, oh yeah, Dad, there's a fire burning down the street, and sends me a picture, and there's like all this like smoke coming from like the house she's staying at. And like those of us who live here are just like, oh yeah, there's a big fire. And I'm like, oh yeah, I heard all the planes, and I have this app that shows planes. And I'm like, I could see there were like 6 tankers, flying, and you could see them going to the lake and then picking up water, and then, but we're just all just like, whatever. It's cool. It's just another fire, just another day in California. So sorry I was a little late because the town got evacuated, and we're not close enough that it's going to come here, but like we always like offer for people to come here, and we cook for the firefighters and stuff like that. So anyway, so hello, Iris. Hello, I love Altel. Say hello to everyone. Hello, Peaches. Hello, Tony. I haven't seen you in like forever. I have to say, I don't really go into other people's live streams very often. So I'm sorry, I haven't been in I went in your live stream when I first came back, and I haven't been in one since. Hello, Pixie. What time is it there? Hey, Madison. Your little avatar thingy is so pretty. But hello. Hey, KK. How are you? Let's see. Little Devil, are you doing good? Are you making sure that people treat you right? Because if people don't treat you, see, I used to say, make sure people treat you like you would want to be treated. But now I say, make sure people treat you like you would want your kids to be treated, because we'll treat ourselves like shit, but we won't let our kids be treated like shit. So make sure whoever's treating you is treating you like you would want them to treat your kids. That's my new saying. Let's scroll down. Let's see. Chat showed you out. Oh, thank you. OG probably skinny dipping in my pool. I'm tired too. It's 102 degrees here, and we don't have humidity, so it makes it like very much warmer. So it's like I'm like, ugh, I feel so hot, and like I do want to jump in the pool after night. So tonight, all about purple in their lives. Yeah, I'm sick of it. So as most of you know, last year I would always do the like, whatever, you lie about me, I'm just gonna ignore it and be the bigger person. But people, yeah, Pixie, what is exactly the time? It's 8:30 in the morning. Well, that's not that bad. I got up at 6 in the morning. You're good. Yay. Because Little Devil was not getting treated nicely, and so we told her that we were going to be on her ass, make sure she got treated nicely. But I forget what I was going to say. So, but you believe your friends. Your friends tell you something, and you're not like, oh, excuse me, let me go vet what you just told me before I believe you, like my best friend, like, I'm going to like, whatever. So we usually believe our friends. So when your friends lie to you, you often believe it. So often, all these things last year were put out about me, all about Gannon, the whole fucking Gannon thing, and like all this shit, and a lot of people believed it. Like, Harper gave Jenna the emails that the people who doxed me gave, which were just harassing emails, but she was told that they were actually research done by Hopi and L15 on me, and that I was like a child molester, and these were like research emails, and she believed it because she wasn't here. And so she made a live that Purple restreamed, even though she knew because she was here, saying I was a child molester. Not okay. You know, so all these lies has been told about me. And hold on, I'm gonna go. I need some over here. All these lies have been told about me that, you know, unfortunately, some people have believed. And so I said this year, if there's a lie, I'm just gonna say that's a lie, and that's gonna be the end of it, right? So, like, if there's a lie, I'm on it. And this time I was a little slow to get on it because I'm dealing with this. But Tony, how are you doing? Because Tony, you get a lot of lies too, but that's my new thing. If you want to lie about me, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show how you lied, and I'm going to make you look stupid because you don't have the brain power. I'm sorry, my nose is really runny because I've been outside all day and there's a lot of smoke, believe it or not. Fires bring smoke. So I'm very allergic to allergy. So anyway, I'm up at 4:45 every day for work, but no way I would wake up that on my days off. I guess today is, what is today? Is today Thursday? Wednesday. See, when school is out, I don't even know. Not that I know what time it is during the actual year, because when you're a stay-at-home mom, I mean, like, I often don't know what day of the week it is. But especially in the summer, it's like all the days, like, because it doesn't matter. Like, any day is any day to me. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't have a job. I have kids, and now they're on summer break, so every day is the same. She lies every day. Yeah, and I'm sick of it. I'm done with it. So, you know, I mean, and there are the little lies, and I still will, like, hey Heather, it is fucking hot. It says it's 102 here. My pool is 90 degrees though. Because last year I had these solar heaters, which were supposed to work, but you kind of need them to be in direct sunlight all day, and you need like 12 of them. So the two that I had that were not in direct sun all day just weren't cutting it. And my youngest has my husband's body style, which if you've seen him, he's like more tall and lanky, and I'm more like shorter and stout. Like, not that I'm chubby, but you know, I'm more like muscular. Like, I was ballerina. I'm more of like, you know, I got a booty on me. You know, I'm a curvy girl, and so he's more. So my oldest is like, if the pool is not really hot, he gets cold because he's skinny. Whereas my youngest will stay in all day. So we got a pool, like a heater. Cost me fucking $700 for this heater, but the pool is 90 fucking degrees. It's never been that hot, and it can go up to 100. So this year I'm gonna have a 5,000-gallon jacuzzi out there. Damn Skippy it. But I'm done with the lies. So the latest lie, and I don't even know why. What the fuck? Hold on. I don't even. What did you do? Over there, Sam. I don't even know why she brought this up or where it came from. But hey, Lindsay, she started talking about the whole Halloween contest thing, which has been, you just got your electric bill. I just got a thing that mine was only like $400 this year or this month. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I can't wait till the next one comes with the whole pool and the heater and everything. And like, I'm down here with no lights on. These are all solar lights. Everything in here is solar. So, like, but I'm a little sweaty right now, if you can't tell. But anyway, so out of nowhere, she started, and I taped it, but I can't find it. But anyway, she started out of nowhere talking about, you know, the contest thingy. And her only thing she said was that she talked about an email she got, and she doesn't show anything. She doesn't actually show anything. Yeah, I don't know why mine is suddenly. See, I have my house. I guess my house is probably about 2,000 square feet, and we have a pool And now the electric thingy, the pool always makes it go up, and the air conditioner running 24/7 makes it go up. But I mean, we got 2 kids who have computers. We've got me on a computer. I mean, so $400 is actually good for us, but $400 for a little house with like one person. I know. And it's like a 5,000 gallon, it's like it's not a huge pool, but it's big enough. But anyway, so I don't know why she suddenly decided to bring this up, or where, or like who fucking cares. But it started to get brought up again. I mean, and I've tried not to tell the story of it, but the story of it is basically, I don't even know if I want to tell the story, because like I just don't want the drama. But the bottom line is, she brought up a drama story that like they've tried to bring up. They used it to try. Pearl's never liked me for some reason. I don't know why. I don't fucking give a shit. But whatever. I mean, if you like the circle jerks, I'm fine with you. I don't care. This has nothing to do with that. I don't care who likes anybody. I'm not that kind of person. Like, you can be best friends with my worst friend. I don't care. Everybody has their own friendships for their own reasons. And it's not me to say who you are, it's not. Hey, Pooh, how are you? Yeah, I'm talking about the Halloween contest, because there was a live that, like, Pearl said something like she was complaining that she wasn't going to win, and that would suck because Pooh wasn't even a real person. And then Pearl said something that was like, oh, we'll have to change that, and I'll have to go back and talk to everybody, which made it very much sound like, oh, well, we better fix things so, you win. And a lot of people took it that way. And that was when things were kind of weird, because they didn't like her. Then all at once they did like her, and people were like, why do they like her all of a sudden? And yes, I do still have memberships. They're just at Patreon, which is way better. So if you want to be a member, and there are even free memberships. They actually have free memberships, and then all the memberships have like your first 7 days are free. So you kind of get to try it out. It's kind of cool. But you get to do they only take 8%. They don't take 45%. They take 8%. And I can do cool things. So I do like get ready with me's and the other stuff, but I do like outfits of the day and like caption this, where I like act all weird and do weird stuff. Like one time I had like a pot on my head. It was like pothead. I don't know. We do fun stuff over there. See, we do fun stuff over there. That's like the girly girl, makeup-y, tell stories, like have fun. It's not it's like no drama. It's like, we just have fun and hang out, and we're just girls over there. But anyway, so a lot of people were really pissed off, because a lot of people took that as, they're now in bed with Purple and they want Purple to win, so they're going to find a way to disqualify Pooh. And a lot of people were pissed off about that. And so that came into my Discord. And so and for some reason, everything that got talked about was how I and J. Marie were flipping the fuck out about this stupid contest, when I think, and I have this all, and I'm sorry I don't have it ready. I will put it all out there. I will put the entire Discord conversation out there, redacted, people's names redacted other than mine, and the 3 circle jerks that were in there. But I have no problem putting the whole thing out. But basically, it was me trying to be, I know, they bitch all the time about, like, if you have to bring stuff up from 2 years ago, well, you're bringing something up from 2 years ago, and I don't know why. I mean, Pearl tried to bring it up a few weeks ago, basically to evade from the whole Tanga thing, because, they have like a little problem with people, trusting them sometimes. They've been caught in some lies a few times. So, but whatever. I don't have anything to do with them, and I don't really care. I don't really, I don't care. I don't care anything about them or what they do. I hope they don't care anything about me or what I do. I don't know why I'm even involved in this. Hey, proud Marine mom. So anyway, people are in my Discord, and like pretty much all the members of my Discord are like pissed off at them and telling them that, and saying like, we're mad because it sounds like you're going to fix the contest. And Eliza had already doctored the photo, and the photo that she entered with was not her photo. It was a doctored photo, which was way better than her photo. So people were already like, you're freaking fixing this for her. And people were pissed. And I was just like, look, everyone calm down. Just know that if you do this, a lot of people are going to be mad, but you can do whatever you want. I was like peacekeeper, normal me. When do I don't freak the fuck out. Like, when do you see me like freaking the fuck out? Like, the idea of someone saying, oh, OG was freaking the fuck out. Like, I don't, unless you've said something directly about me or my kids, I'm not one to freak. I just don't like get hyper about dumb shit like a Halloween contest. So there's me who's just trying to be a peacekeeper, hey, rapper, and trying to like get, make peace. And then I think J. Marie made one comment, which was like, there are better, hey, Nessie, there are better things to complain about than this. I don't know why we can't just have fun. Like, literally, that's all she says. I mean, she says one comment and that's it. So how her and I were like freaking the fuck out. But unfortunately, you do have one of the jerks who was freaking the fuck out. You have another one who was just being rude as shit to everyone and talking down to everyone and being judgmental. And you have another one who didn't really say a word. So, I mean, the people who were fucking the freak out were not me and J. Marie by any stretch of the imagination. And like I said, I have receipts for all of this. I can show you the whole Discord. And they sent the DoorDash thingy to my email, no one else's. Oh, that's weird. But anyway, so, this all happens. And I think I ended it by being like, this is the stupidest conversation I've ever had. Like, we're fighting about a stupid, like I think I said something like, can I just buy everybody a freaking gift card? This is dumb. But it was so not me and J. Marie. It was so not me freaking out. I was like the least freak out of anyone. I was just, it was just a lot of people were pissed. And I was trying to mediate the situation. But then that night, I heard Pearl go live and talk about how people were trying to ruin their contest and that there's a certain creator with a roast channel who's just, yapping and causing problems and blah, blah, blah. And obviously, she's talking about me. I'm sorry, my nose thing is causing problems. Talking about me. So clearly, it's clear that people in my Discord are telling other people in my Discord what's happened in my Discord, which is a no. So I had to kick them because what happens in Discord stays in Discord. I can't find out that you just told other people everything that happened in my Discord. Like, people weren't comfortable. Like, I had like half my Discord come to me after that saying, I'm not comfortable with these people in there. And fact of the matter, nobody was comfortable with them being in there in the first place. The only reason they got in was because at that time, if you were a member, you got in my Discord. And one of them was a member and so I gave out the link and all of them took the link and went in. I didn't even invite the other people. They just took the link and went in. So now a link, only one person can use the link and after 24 hours, it goes away. But I mean, and once they came in, everyone was like pissed off. They were like, how did they get in here? We don't want them in here. And I was like, okay, calm down. Like, I was trying to be the peacemaker there. I was like, I'm sorry, that was a bad idea to allow just if you buy a membership, you're allowed in my Discord. That was a bad idea. I'm learning, Yeah, a lot of people didn't really understand what was going on at all. Let's see. Lynn, how are you feeling? Because you said you had an MRI and you were a little doped up. It's not weird. Marie said they sent the gift card to J. Marie and TFA. Nope, it was sent to me, my email. That's weird. That's just weird. Yeah, there was just weird stuff. It was just weird stuff. Like, and I mean, and I have a screenshot of Eliza saying I shouldn't have let Purple use that as her, everybody's entry was a photo. Every single person's entry was a photo of them in their costume. So Pooh's entry was a photo of Pooh, who happens to be a character. I mean, my God, and Eliza took Purple's, which was a girl in a garage that did not look as good as my garage. Let's just say my garage looks a lot nicer than hers did, and put like Hopi's back, thing of her bed and her laptop and the little thing in the corner in StreamYard where you have your picture, and like totally made it like from a 2 to a 10 as far as like, and even like even like on the community wall it says like click on this one. It doesn't say that on Pooh's. When did Purple bring this back up? I think it was on Wednesday I saw about it. I can't remember which Vimeo account I have it at, but I downloaded it. But it was I'll see if I can try and find it. I think it was like 6 days ago, but I haven't really been on and I haven't been able to get to it till now. But it was like 6 days ago. I don't know. It was so probably because I didn't make a big deal out of it. That's probably why you don't remember any of this, because I was at the point where I was like, I don't care. So like that night, Pearl said some really rude comments, which I knew she was talking about me, and everyone in my Discord knew she was talking about me, but you probably didn't know who she was. So it probably like to you. And I will find all the receipts, and maybe next Wednesday I'll show them all, or maybe I'll put it in a community post or something. But like I like screen captured her, talking, saying what she said and stuff. And you probably had no idea what she was talking about. So you probably just went in one ear and out the other. But, she's like, there's this creator who likes to roast people and just, thinks that she can, maybe when you spend your money on all the gift cards, you can run everything, but until you spend your money on it, shut the fuck up. And like, just really rude, and it's like, why do you know this information? Oh, because for the 3 people who were in my Discord who were the problem, obviously went over to you and said, hey, let me tell you about this conversation I had in Discord. Maybe they showed her screenshots of it. I don't know, but obviously told her everything that happened in there. And it was just like, no one can trust you in there. No one can trust you in there. So I have to, let you go. She brought it back up the other day because of it. Yeah. And she brought it up several times. And I never said anything about it. Like I never said anything. I think Purple bringing it up was the 5th time, because she brought it up that night. She brought it up with you, Pooh. She brought it up one other time randomly. And she brought it up right after Tanga got busted. She made a community post just bringing it up and talking trash about me. And it was just like, there's like a lot of them and they change people. So it was basically me against like 15 people all just coming at me, just like look shaming, body shaming. I will show you this one, because this is just really just great. Hold on, let me find this one. I got a new little monitor, and it's like really hard for me to see anything. Oh wow. Well, I hope you're doing okay there, girlfriend. Let me try and find this. Hold on one second. Oh, and by the way, I would like to say something. Jennifer, hi. Hey, it's you. Hey, Jenny, how are you? That's my friend Jenny from TikTok. She has, Jenny, if you can how do I put your channel? She's got a channel on TikTok about, she's got some there are a lot of people in here who like have autoimmune disorders and stuff like that. So if you can put your information on there, how to get to your TikTok channel, that would be great. Yeah, Perf brought all this up in her lives just totally randomly 6 days ago. She brought it up, and maybe I'll try and find it. But if you look 6 days ago, she just out of the blue brought it up. But let me try and find. Let's see here. Oh, the thing I wanted to say was, by the way, There is no such thing as stolen valor in the UK. All right, I just want to say that because it bugs me every time I hear it. I know it is in the US, but in the UK, they don't recognize that as a thing. In 2006, they tried to pass something that was about if you wore a uniform and you said you had medals to get monetary gain, then that was wrong. And they tried to make that as a law to pass, and in 2015 it was not passed. So there are no laws or anything on the books about stolen valor in the UK. There are in the US, but in the UK, it's as long as you're not wearing a uniform or showing off medals in order to get monetary gain to other people, like going around the circuit, like saying like, hi, I'm a this, can you I'm going to speak at a thing and every person gives me $15 for me to speak about my experience. Like, it's not a problem. They don't call it anything. So like every time I hear people say like, Susan and her stolen valor, it's like, there's no such thing in the UK. So stop saying it. Oh, I didn't say that Amy was here. Did I say hi to Amy? Hi, Amy, if I didn't say anything to you. Anyway, Jennifer, how do we get to your TikTok thingy? I guess we just go to TikTok and search for do they call them? I'm new to TikTok. I'm totally new to TikTok. But I started trying to branch out because YouTube is so toxic. So I tried to branch out to other places. MCAs and Alpha Gal is what I got. Glad to see you. Oh, so you know people here. That's awesome. So yeah, go see TikTok. She's really good. And she's funny. She's a funny girl. I tried to find it. Maybe add the TikTok on your YouTube. Oh, maybe because you're not a mod, Jenny, you can't add your thing, but let me add you. I can try, give me a minute and then I'll add you as a mod to this. You're on there, good. So some people will get you some subs there, Jenny. I think that's what it is. I haven't felt well. Oh, I'm sorry, Jenny. Well, let's all give Jenny some prayer hands. You just got off work. Well, that's your problem. You shouldn't be working in the first place. Whoever decided that women should work, big mistake. We were all just fine barefoot and pregnant. I'm so old school sometimes. I swear to God. Like I get like after something like that, I'll get all these people like yelling at me because I say shit like that. But it's like, man, we were doing good not having to work and just like taking care of kids in the house. And what was wrong with that? Why did we have to mess that all up and go having to have jobs and stress and pressure? And I'm just fine sitting at home taking care of my kids. But everybody, let's give some prayer hands to Jenny because Jenny's a cool chick. She really is. I don't know how I found her on there. It was like the first day I was on TikTok, I found her on there. And like, I didn't even know anything. Like I subbed to her. Like I didn't know. I was just clicking buttons and I was like throwing fruits at her and subbing to her. And I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but she's funny. She's actually really funny. And that's coming from someone who's hilariously funny. So, if I say she's funny. I tell my husband that all the time. Like sometimes he like laughs at me and I'm like, see, I'm actually funny. And he's like, every once in a while you kind of are. But anyway, let me try and find. I was going to find, what was I trying to find? I was trying to find something. Oh, was this a jerk email? Oh, and she was trying to say that I emailed her. Oh, yeah, she was saying she had some email from the jerk saying something about her. And then she was trying to say, she said it under her breath a little bit, but she said this before, she said at that time that I went up on her panel and it was like the Brady Bunch. It was like me and like 8 other people. And she said several times that I emailed her. I have never emailed her in my life, nor would I. So I don't know why she keeps saying that shit, but every once in a while she makes these little comments under her breath like, oh, you mod for her? They have mods on TikTok? I didn't know that. Well, I guess I don't live stream on there. I just put pictures on there. I don't know what I'm doing. I like different social media platforms. I do different things. Jenny Jen 961 is my TikTok. I don't go live much, but yeah, you were going on every day. And that's how I found you. That picture in the back says cat mom. I thought it said eat mom. I had, there's a funny story behind that. One time when I was in college, I had a friend and we were in a public speaking class. And so he was in front of the room telling his class, reading his thingy. And he kept laughing in the middle of it, and he did a horrible job. And I'm like, afterwards, I'm like, Greg, why were you laughing? What the hell were you doing? And he said, look at the chalkboard, because that's back when we had chalkboards behind you. And on the chalkboard behind us, there was a thing that someone wrote, I eat cats, EAT, I eat cats. And it was really big. And he said, every time I just looked at everyone, all I saw was I eat cats. And I just like, Pooh has wrecked the prayer hands for me, because the prayer hands technically I think are they're not even like a prayer. They're like slap high five or something like that. But yeah, one of them says, oh my god. So let's see. This one says being normal is so boring. This one says Black Cat Tea and Company, you're my cup of tea. This one says Black Cat and Sink Company, wash your paws. This one says do it with passion or not at all. This one says cat mom. This one says never mind the witch, beware of the cat. And then I have one that fell down. And it says, which it used to be up here, it says take a bath, you dirty hippie. So once we finish this wall, because I got made fun of because I had a wall that showed 2x4s. Well, don't all walls start off with 2x4s? And then you put insulation and then you put like some drywall. It's like, she has a garage and I saw 2x4s. How you make a house, dumb head. Like, what do you expect to see? What do you expect to see when you're in the middle of building something? I mean, and they're 10. Okay. And what? And what? Each one of those panels up there, you see how you can see there's like each one of those panels, they're like, you can kind of see they're like 3x5 or something. I don't know. Each one of those panels is like $300. So that wall will cost me $1,000. So you can zip it with your little like, nah. You want to give me $1,000? Then I'll finish finishing that wall. Yeah, everyone hit the like. Doing a feeding and watching you on my TV. So are you able to eat real food now, or do you still have to do the feeding tube? Because Jenny had to do the feeding tube. Can you imagine not eating real food for a while? Like just having to eat like having a feeding tube and just eating through a feeding tube. That would suck. That I said that during that one live. I said, I don't mean to be a bitch, but I do. But because every once in a while, you gotta like, you get to like bash back, but it is true. It probably is true. I mean, like, and that's the thing. I don't care about money. I grew up poor. I grew up on poverty. Heather and I talk about it all the time. I grew up on welfare. I grew up in the ghetto. My mom sewed my clothes. I got in trouble several times at Catholic school because I wasn't wearing my uniform. And I was like, sorry, we didn't have money to put in the washer to wash it. Like, I'm sorry. This is all I had clean to wear. So this is what I'm wearing. And, they'd get me in trouble or whatever. And, it's just really like a hard time. But I grew up poor. We had food stamps and everything. So, I know, like, if I have something, I'm proud of it. Like, when did being proud of stuff become bad? Like, when did it become bad to be like, I got stuff now and I'm proud of it? Like, I'm proud that I worked really hard and I made something of myself. And if I had a choice of I was poor and not happy. I was poor and not happy. I was not happy with me. I was not happy with my life. I was anorexic. I was very unhappy, I was depressed. I had anxiety. I was not happy. So that's not good. But I would rather be poor and happy. Like, I remember when, COVID first happened. I was a stay-at-home mom. So I was not making any money, and he got laid off, so he was not making any money. So in California, you need at least 2 incomes to live here, let alone having none. And you're still doing the feeding tubes. Sucks. And unemployment is like $1,300 a month. Yeah, our mortgage is like $3,000. So, that wasn't really helping. So, I was like, you know what? We were in the middle of refi. And the lady had already passed us. We already went through, and she called back to get something. And the lady was like, well, we just laid him off this morning, and just totally ruined the whole thing for us. Wait, hold on. Let me get all my shit out, KK, and then because I wanted you to get to a certain point. So let me get to a certain point, and then I'll let you up. But so and I was like, you know what? If we have to sell everything and go get a trailer and just live in a trailer with the kids and the cats, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Let's sell everything, and as long as we're together, like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, it's nice to have stuff. I mean, it's definitely nice to have that cushion. It's a good cushion. I mean, I'd rather, but it doesn't make it anything better. And if anything, it gives you more problems, because now you have the $3,000 a month mortgage, and then you have the $7,000 a year property tax, like, more money, more problems. It's just like, it doesn't make anything. It certainly, if you have a shit life, it certainly doesn't suddenly like, oh, I'm rich, so now I have everything's better. Like, it doesn't fix anything. It's like people who think like, oh, once we get married, he'll totally change and everything will just suddenly be better. No, it doesn't. Like, just having a ring on your finger that doesn't make anything better in life. It just doesn't. So people who think those things are just deluding themselves. So, I mean, and I know plenty of poor people who are perfectly happy, and I know plenty of rich people who are the most miserable people I've ever met. So money, same as looks, has nothing to do with anything. People think they do, and it's usually the people who don't have them think they do. Like, people who don't have money think, but it's not true at all. At all. Like, I'm happy with my husband and my kids and my cats, and I don't care what's around me. It could be anything. I mean, it's easier to do it with stuff, but doesn't make any difference to me at all. This is not a Temu ring. It's funny because I said like 3 carat, because actually one of the people who did a speech that with the I love cats, one of the people did the 3 C's of diamonds: cut, clarity, and color. And cut is what kind of cut it is: princess shape. This is, square shape. You can have heart shape. That's the cut. And then the clarity is there's different, like, DA, blah, blah, blah. And it tells you, how clear it is. And then there's the carat, how big it is, how many carats are there. And those are the 3 C's that you tell how much a ring would be worth. And I said 3 carat, and she kept calling it a $3,000 ring. Hey, J. Marie. And I was like, a 3 carat diamond is worth a lot more than $3,000. And especially if it's a nice ring. And if it's not a nice ring, you might be. The mom sign is, this is the mom sign. Cat mom. There's a lady that looks like a witch with a black cat that looks exactly like Poo-Poo. It says cat mom. Cat mom. Cat mom. And these are all the cats. And this is my tiara, which is not a Temu tiara or crown. This was I should have gotten my wedding album. This is from my wedding. I wore this at my wedding. So this is Swarovski crystal, and it was for my wedding. But anyway, J. Marie, I was just talking about how a certain somebody talked about us the other day, about how we were so bent out of shape about the Halloween costumes. We were so bent out of shape because we didn't want her to get a shopping cart or whatever the fuck. There's 3 pictures in the back wall. It's the middle one. Yeah, there's here. See if I can I zoom? See, there's, if you look, there's the light, and then there's the top one, which says, do it with passion or don't do it at all. And then there's the one that is like all black. It says cat mom. And then the one on the bottom says, never mind the witch, beware of the cat. And then there's, you can't even see it. Gosh darn it. How long does this go? How long does this go? Can you go over this way? There, if I go that way, then there's one on the top that says, being normal is boring. And then there's stuff about some tea and some wash. And I don't know. There's one about a hippie. I don't know. Those are my cats. I'm very big into cats. Can't tell. I ran when all my friends in the little .com era were spending their money on planes and stuff. I spent my money on a cat shelter. She just reiterated what was talked about us about the Halloween contest. That's it. Hey, Jules. That's all. That's all. She just basically reiterated that, and how, we were so freaked out and yelling and screaming, and apparently did not want her to get some gift card and blah, blah, blah. And she got it anyway. And so she was winning, and, I don't know, you and I were an idiot and blah, blah. And I don't know. And it was so stupid. I mean, it's like the 6th time I've heard this brought up, and it's the dumbest thing to be brought up ever. And it's like, does anybody see me as the kind of, okay, I hope you feel, but this is technically a tiara. This is not a crown. This is a tiara. The way I had it, when I have to go up to P, I'll actually get the picture, but probably have it on my computer somewhere. But the way I did it, I wore my hair all up in like a, I had like a big bun up here, like all up here. And then my thingy-majiggy that you wear, the thing that hangs down, veil, was like underneath. So it hung down from underneath. I have the veil over here. This is my veil. Here, this is my veil. See, this was my veil. This was my veil, and it went underneath. So I had a big old bun, which was a lot of fake hair went into the making of it. And then this was like underneath it, so it just like that. So yes, it's a tiara. It's not a crown at all. But see, it has like little thing tags going to it. But it's not a crown. It's not a crown. I was thinking of buying a crown at some point, but I mean, this thing cost, my mom actually bought this for me because it was, like I said, it's Swarovski crystal. So, I mean, it was very expensive. I mean, I'm not going to say how much it is because, people always, whenever you say how much things cost, some people are like proud of you for it, and some people think you're like trying to act like your shit doesn't stink. And I'm not one. My shit stinks. I go pee and poop outside. If I have to pee, I'll go pee outside right now. I don't care about any of that kind of shit. I hope you're feeling good, J. Marie. But anyway, I was just saying how of the whole story was like how you and I were freaking out because we didn't want her to get a gift card because the jerks were trying to kick poo out of the contest. And I was like, of all the people freaking out, you and I were the least freaking out. Like, I was the channel owner. I can't freak out. Like, I have to be the, so I was trying to be the calm one, trying to just and you said one thing. I think you said one thing, and I have the whole thing on video that I will redact it so nobody can see anybody's names or anything, and I'll redact anything that might make it so you might figure out who someone is, because the only thing that people really need to see is what I say, what the jerks say, and maybe that one comment from you. But I mean, like, she was basically saying it in a way as like, I'm like this crazy bitch who just doesn't want anything to get anything except for like poo. And and somehow maybe that would help me. I don't know. Well, we weren't freaking out. It was a conversation. If anything, like I said, if anything, Eliza was freaking out. She was really pissed off. Like, she couldn't understand how we were trying to explain how her, like, fixing up the photo really made a big difference. She, like, couldn't understand that, and so she was really pissed off about that. We were trying to explain, you took her photo from, like, a chick sitting on a stool in a garage, and, like, I mean, it was not like this kind of garage, let's just say that. Like, this is like a mansion compared to her garage. And, put in like her bed with her bed backdrop and like really made it nice. And like she was really freaking out about that and just like over the top, in my opinion. And then the other person was just being a judgmental asshole, like treating us like we were shit. And the other person didn't say a word. So if anybody was freaking out, it was not us. We were just all like, the people who were upset were just trying to say why they felt the way they felt, and were trying to very maturely and rationally explain themselves in a good way. Because if any of you have been in my Discord, I run a very good, clean Discord. Like, it's not my Discord, it's everyone's Discord. And we all vote on every single person who's allowed in there. And if anybody feels uncomfortable with anybody in there, we all retake a vote. If they should stay, if they should leave, if they should be moved down, because we do have a private room that's like just the entry room, but nobody knows about. Well, now they do, but nobody knows about it until they get taken into the back room. I mean, I run a really tight ship over there, I think. It's never been screenshot. This is the closest it's ever come to being like outed, because it wasn't that big of a deal. Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal at all. Like, and that's why when she went on that night on her live stream, at the end of it was all talking shit about me and my Discord, and how the people in my Discord were just so like, blah, and I was, I didn't respond to it at all. Like, I just ignored it. I ignored what she said, and I'm going to give Purple a Smythe free pass for innocence. Because it wasn't that big of a deal. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't a big deal. So I said nothing. I didn't take the bait. Like, I think they wanted me to take the bait and like, bitch back about it. And I didn't. I didn't take the bait. And I didn't say anything at all about it. And I just let it go. And then they brought it up one other time, and I let it go again that time. And then they brought it up again recently on the community post to divert from Tangeray's issues, and I didn't take the bait there. And now Purple's suddenly bringing it up, and I just have made a statement that anytime she lies about me, I'm gonna say the lie right back. So there you go. I'm saying the lie right back. Yeah, nobody remembers it because I didn't let it get to that, because I was the bigger person. I was the bigger person on all of this. It was just like, you know what? I get that you're, and I was totally honest. I was like, I get that you have a problem with trust right now, and you're trying to use me as your fodder to see if you can distract from your trust issues and make me the bad guy, but I'm not doing that. And I don't know why Purple had to bring it up. I tried to listen to the live really quickly before I got here to understand. I don't understand why she was bringing it up. Yeah, and their whole thing is like people bringing up things from 2 years ago. You're bringing stuff up from 2 years ago. Like, why are you, and she's all like, I'm looking through my emails and look at all the good stuff I found here, like as if she's gonna like, like, well, I found a good email, And notice she never shows any of this stuff. She just says it. So I'm just going to read it too. I found an email from a circle jerk. And it was when I was asking them, I don't understand how you like disliked her and now you're like her best friend. And they said, oh no, we still hate them. There's an agenda. I'm just not sure what everyone's end game is here. They say their name, hate, they say the person's name, and purple equally, including all their people. They're all known troublemakers who cause turmoil no matter where they go. I think they're trying to get Frank to roll on Heidi. They spend a lot more time in these channels than I do. And then I redacted it, and she said, Hopi is absolutely disgusting, and so is blank. And she said another person. So, hate to tell you, girly girl, but the circle jerks weren't really your friends. You might have thought they were, but they weren't. You got played too. Oh, and I love how I heard Heidi the other day. Perp's emails are not credible. She was caught out making false texts for Karen. Yeah, she had like I love whatever, or I make false text.com or something like that. What's the worst lie Purple has told anyone? I would say probably the worst lie for me was when she said that I went after sick children and I had purposefully said, who the fuck is Gannon? Because I didn't care about him, not because I didn't know who he was. And I thought the person saying his name was talking about like another creator that she didn't lie. And she made up this whole thing that made me sound like an asshole and made so many people hate me. I think that was probably the worst lie about me. What happened to Hopi? I haven't seen her for a while. I don't know. Maybe she poked the bear and maybe she got kitty back right back. I don't know what happened to Hopi. Hopi, she has been seen on YouTube. I think she is around, but I don't think she's around a lot, at least not in this area. She says like that, like the, so Purple basically had Harper give out like as soon as I was doxxed, and I was doxxed by I got emails. And it's funny, like Heidi always I call her the Me Too one-upper. She's like, you're like, I cut my toe. She's like, I cut my whole foot off and I'm gonna die. She's like, Me Too one-upper. And so then she admits it was fake a month later. Yeah. So she said, now what was I gonna say? Shit. I lost my stuff. I wouldn't blame you for not knowing. I could never cover true crime, especially with kids. There are two things that will make me cry faster than anything. And that's hearing that an animal is hurt or that a child is hurt. Like I can't do it. I can't picture it. Just the thought of a child thinking that they were brought into this world without love, like just kills me. I can't. I have to just stop thinking about it. But anyway, I almost got it back what I was thinking about. Heidi said something about she talked to her lawyers and she was gonna get me for sharing her disability denial papers again or something. She keeps saying that. Yeah, I can see you, Queen Nessie. And I don't know why. First of all, they're public record. Two of all, everything was given to me, not the newest stuff, but everything was given to me, just like everything was given to you by the same person. So obviously we have all of each other's stuff, but I haven't seen her throw away my stuff, so why should I be throwing away her? Yeah, the school threat was the worst. And it was the worst because when I got doxxed, so I got, emails sent to me. And one of the worst was they created several channels about me. Hey, Anne-Marie Wilson. And one of the channels made was my real name as Queen OG. And like it had one video and the description of the video was like me and my husband's full legal name, our full legal address, and like our phone number and something else. And there's like a picture of me in the middle, and then a picture of my 2 kids when they were 4 and like 6 at the time. And you know, it was basically like any pedos who want like these cute kids, like come to this address, like at this time, here you go. And you know, that was probably the worst. And the video was so bad that YouTube saw it, because you know how YouTube is watching one of its like 100 million videos that come out every second. They actually saw the video, found it in like against terms or whatever, and took it and the channel down before I even got to see it. You know, so I knew when someone else was talking about having something done or put out about their children, that the way that they were acting was not in accordance to how you would act if that had actually happened. So I will be getting her back. I'm not going to say one. I don't know what you mean. But anyway, so I got all these emails, you know, by like the doxers, I like to say. And I remember as soon as I got them, I was like, you know, Hopi was like, well, you're going to like get off YouTube and like calm down for a while, right? And I was like, no, I'm going live tomorrow, and I'm going to redact them and show them all and tell everybody, like, here's what happened to me. Does anything look familiar to anybody, you know? And the funniest things, I'm sorry, your hands aren't working well. One of the funniest things is like Heidi was saying something about like she was going to go after me, and I think it was for her, something about her disability, which I have no idea why that would be. But anyway, she said she was going after me, and she talked to her lawyer, and she said, remember how when we emailed back and forth, because she called me a fucking see you next Tuesday, because I don't really know why, because she's a bitch. But anyway, so she sent me an email apologizing, right? And she's like, remember when we did those emails, you told me your life story. So I know everything about you. So you should be scared. And it's like, well, you go eat something. Well, I mean, if you've been here long enough, you've probably heard me talk about my grandfather talking about truth and tell nuggets. And that you give someone a little nugget of information, and it will tell you, based on where it goes and where it ends up, a lot about that person. Are they trustworthy? Are they not? And it's often best if that little nugget of information is not true. So Heidi was given a narrative, and I gave her that narrative for a reason. And that narrative wasn't necessarily true. So she may think she knows all this stuff about, yeah, you are way more important than anything in this chat or YouTube or anything. So you go eat something and make sure you feel good before you. This will all still be here when you come back, believe you me. So it's kind of funny. It's like, you don't know my whole life story. You know a story that I chose to tell you for a specific reason. So it's kind of funny because in one of the emails that I got, it says something like, we're going to go after you because you have more assets than the rest of everybody. And at that point, I hadn't even done lives yet. So the only interaction I had with people was in the comment section. Like, people would comment they liked a video, and I would say thank you. So how would anyone know anything? Like, I had never been live. I had never photographed. Like, the only thing people saw me was in my black beanie and my. No one would have any idea about anything like that about me. So where did that information come from? I don't know. I mean, kind of makes sense that the person that I told what I had to would have been the person who gave that info, but I don't know. So that's the reason for a tell nugget. Sometimes it tells you, and a lot of the things that I told her that were flat out lies, yeah, how would anyone know my money information? And like I said, a lot of it was not true. It was very like some of the things were like really overinflated because, you know, to prove a point, you know, it's like, and I proved my point. It's like you just did exactly what, you know. So that's the reason for a tail nugget, and that's the how a tail nugget can really work to your benefit, because it's like you're shady, you know, and it's just stupid. It's stupid, but it showed me a lot. It showed me a lot. This is a smoothie, by the way, and it tastes so good. I mean, I don't have a job. I'm a stay-at-home mom. How much money do you think? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, how much money can I have doing nothing? Doing nothing, you know? Like, I hate to tell you, but I spend more money being a creator than I get. I mean, like, it's absolutely ridiculous. The things that people think about me are just like, you know, I came on this platform as an anti-bullying channel, and yet, because, and I talked about this 2 lives ago, so if you want to hear all about it and see all the receipts, you can watch 2 weeks ago. I'm not going to say it all again, but it's like, you know, how you made up from there to there is just amazing to me. It's just amazing to me, because I mean, I came here like as the exact opposite of what you were saying that I'm about. And anyone who really knows me knows I'm not about that at all, you know? And I'm the kind of person who, if I have money, I'm not going to be like my other friends in Silicon Valley and buy a Lear jet. I'm going to go start a nonprofit and rescue cats. That's what I did with my money, and my ex-husband's money too, which I had to talk him into. But, you know, like, I was like, you know, I want to do good for this world. I don't want to just like, oh, I was playing, you know, like, I want to, you know, when I die and I'm on my deathbed, I want to like, I want people to be proud of me, and I want to have done something, and I want to have been worth something. You know, I don't want to just be like, oh, you know, I was just here and I don't know, you know, stupid. I mean, there's like, how many people are there in the world? Like hundreds of millions of people. Like, we all can't be an Einstein. So if you want to leave your mark on this world, like, you better start busting some ass, like big time. You know, not everybody can be a freaking you know, Einstein or whatever. You know, um, yeah, you are very talented, J. Marie, and you know, I think your confidence has been knocked down a little bit, but you need to get that back, because you have a lot of talent, and you need to, you know, you need to get back into it. And that was kind of the other whole point of my channel, was like bringing women together to bring women up, you know, to be confident, you know, with each other. I remember someone who also said she came. Yeah, and she came and she said that after I said it. Like, I'm gonna put, you know what? I'm gonna start. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm just gonna start putting it out there. Cause I would say something one week, and then the next week someone else would say it. And I was like, where'd you get that from? You know? Like I would say, like, one week I have it taped where one week I'm like, you know, like I said, I think I said it the night that I was outside, and I was like, you know, you could have done anything you wanted with the last 2 hours, and you sat here in the dark and hung out with me, and that's really cool. And thank you so much for doing that. You know, you can do anything with your time, and you know, you chose this, and that's cool. And thank you, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. And then like 2 nights later, there she was saying the same exact freaking thing. And I was like, where'd you get that one from? When'd you learn that one? Huh? Cat got your tongue? Dog got your tongue? Thing in your wall that you don't even know what it is? You know, possum probably dying in there, got your tongue? Gross. Gross. Get it out of your wall, girl. Fuck. Fuck. I have a couple more lives coming up before my surgery, then I won't be live for a couple of months. Can you do it at all? I mean, you probably can't because of machines and stuff like that. When I'm dying, I want good looking man over me. So when I close my eyes, I will be. Yeah, like when I go, I want my kids to be there, and I want to be able to have been like, I did something with my life. Like I did something more than just like stupid money or something like that. Like I want to have moved somebody, like I've had, like, it's funny, like Harper, like she like one day gave me the greatest compliment. Now I'm like, she's probably full of shit, but she's like, you moved me, you really touched me. And it's like, that was the greatest compliment to me, like to know that I helped somebody. Like that's a big thing. Here's Nessie stealing my stories. She does it to a lot of people. A lot of people, I forget who it was, but a lot of people were saying, I think it was the jerks that were saying it. And they were saying like different people, like hostage situation, like they made up hostage situation. And now they say it. Yeah. I told you that you needed to value yourself more, little doubt. And I don't, like I can only tell you that, but you had to do it. I just like sparked a little seed in you, but you had to water it and make it grow. You did that all by yourself. I just gave you an idea. But you had to take that idea and use it and make it into something to make it work. So that was all you. Do not give me credit, because that was all you, honey. You did the work yourself. But they were saying how like hostage situation was their deal. Like they stole like my bye, and like in the beginning I always say hello beautiful people, and like now she'll say hello my beautiful peoples. It's like said so stupidly. But there's a lot of different things like that both they have said and then other people have said that she, there's something else. I can't remember what it was. Damn it. But there's a hey Texas tornado. But there are a lot of people who say that she's like stolen things that they've said, and use it as their own, which it's like, flattery is supposed to be the best. Imitation is supposed to be the best form of a compliment. I think it's just the biggest show of a lazy, stupid person. I mean, I don't want to be copied. Like, I don't want people to see it. Like, it's like creepy. It's creepy. When someone says something that you've said, it's freaking creepy. Like, it's absolutely creepy, I think. I would do the same with cats, and I wouldn't be stealing your ideas. I got 2 rescues here. No, you did not steal my idea for cats. But I will have to go back and watch from the beginning. Yeah, it's funny. You look tired. You swing. No, I have not been sleeping. I've been dealing with I am tired. And for one, it's 100 freaking degrees out. So I'm, how when it's hot, you're like, it just makes you like I could fall asleep. Like I literally fell asleep at my desk last night. I like literally fell asleep. And 2, I have all these people in tents and places and barbecuing, and most of the evacuations have been lifted. So most people are getting ready to go back home. But last night was a little crazy. I think we had like 30 people here, like people that had to evacuate that weren't allowed at home yet, and we're like, making sure everyone's okay. And I'm like really like picky as far as like, I'm like the Italian, mom. It's like, do you have what you need? Do you need a fork? Do you need another bag? Or do you need a fan in there? Like da 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 da. Do you have an alarm clock in the morning? Do you need, I'm the kind of person who, like, I remember my grandmother, like when she would make dinner, everybody had to have everything they wanted and everything had to be okay for everyone. And then she would sit down and then she could sit down. So I am a little bit tired. I'm a little bit tired. I'm like the hostess with the mostest. Like when I have to host, I'm like on. I don't eat, I don't drink. I'm just like on hosting. So like, so I will probably sleep really well tonight. But thank you for noticing. But I'm a lot tired actually. But yeah, she steals ideas and stuff like that, and that's just like, freaking, I mean, I guess, like, my husband's like, that's the best form, flattery is the best form of whatever. And I was like, yeah, but it's, no, not with her. It's just annoying, and it's creepy. And it's especially annoying when someone says that, like, right now, I'm sure that, I'm sorry, I'm like getting off the camera. Like, I'm sure now I'm going to be an even worse stalker because now I've talked about her. Now I've done it. She was just saying a random thing and I brought it up, and I did that all by myself and I started it. That's what it's going to be. I started it, just picks away. But that's what I decided, that, like, I am. Who is in Jamaica right now? Who's in Jamaica right now? I want to be in Jamaica. Well, isn't there that, like, that one joke about the guy and he's like normal sized and he like, and then he gets hard and it's Jamaica. It's like, I forget what the name is, but it's like he had something tattooed, and when it's like full length, it's like Jeremiah sung a bullfrog. And like, but when it goes normal, it's just like Jerry or something weird like that. But yeah, like she just picks away at you until you find like the Gannon thing was one of the worst. Like last year was a really bad year because, and I don't think I would have taken things as bad as I did if it wasn't for my cat of 24 years that I got at 5 days old dying. Like that was really hard on me, and that would have been really hard on me anyway. But to have that happen during all this was like a little over the top for me, a little too much for me. Barrel. What's barrel? Barrel? Most sexy. But anyway, like it just was too much for me, and a lot of it was, unseen. Like she started a lot of it. Like I have a video of Jenna was replaying my video, which that was a whole big battle, trying to tell YouTube, like, people are buying my and Jenna and I are fine right now. So like, I'm not trying to talk about Jenna at all. Like we've like worked our stuff out and we're fine. But she didn't know. She really thought that all this stuff was true. So she was just thinking this was true. And like she had bought a membership so she could show my live. And she thought the live was actually truth, that this was really someone doing research on me, and these things written in these emails were really truthful of me. And I forget what I was going to say now. So she was saying the stuff that was like horrible about me, and she had no clue. And I remember talking to her being like, you do realize that like these are doxing emails. These aren't true. This is like, these are all lies about me. And I remember starting like watching her put 2 and 2 together. And I'm like, look at this. Like, do you really think the government would use like a Gmail address and like show you stuff like this and use Gmail emails from Google? Like they don't have us.gov. I mean, come on. Ooh, sorry. Think about it, really. Oh, Hurricane Beryl. What is that up to now? How is that hurricane going? There's so much. There's a thing you can look at any one time at the fires in California, and there's always at least 20 or 30 fires going on in California. They're just not as big as some of the others that that's all there is. But I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna let her little bullshit lies. And that's the thing. She intends to be on her panel so she can just like bitch at people, like, I was shocked when she came up on my panel, which she wasn't invited, by the way. She wasn't even tagged in anything. So I was like really shocked because like you weren't even tagged in anything. But it's like, she plans on being on her panel. So like everything you can say, she can just be like, you're a fucking dumb shit. You're a fucking whore. And she can just talk you to the point that you're just like in a stupor of feeling like bad and mistreated and like abused, that you just like die inside and like, can't do anything else. Like you just get beaten down by it all, which is why I won't go up on her panel. Like I'll go up one-on-one, and if you notice when she came up on my panel, KK like, muted her camera and it was basically, one-on-one, because that's the respectful thing to do. It's just, two people talk. And we did, and she didn't do very well, if you notice. And she had a lot to say about me, but when she got to my face, she didn't really have a lot she could say at that point. She was just kind of like bringing stuff out. Like that's about all she could do. It's like bring some stuff out. Like, well, you're fake. Well, you're this. Well, you're that. We've already said that, so pick something else. And what if I was fake? Who cares? I mean, I'm not, but what if I wanted to be? What if I wanted to be? I would like to see, she said this about other people. I would like to see her in 12 years cam up next to me. I'd like to see her right now cam up next to me. I mean, I do get readies in the morning when I come on here. I don't have a stitch of makeup done and my hair's soaking wet. She can't even do that now. Like, come on. Like, I got balls bigger than her freaking forehead, Oh my God, that was the best smoothie I've ever had in my life. No one's going on panel. Like, yeah, like that's why, like, I won't go on panel with her. Well, first of all, like when she goes on panel, it's like her morning panels are like 5 a.m. my time. Like, I mean, I'm not, and I don't watch her. The only times I watch her are when people when people say to, go watch her. But, and then at night, it's always dinner time. So like, I never catch her live. I always watch it on a replay. But I mean, I wouldn't anyway, because it's just, you just get attacked and yelled at. I mean, I already tried that once and it didn't work very well. I mean, you get attacked, you get yelled at, and it's not like there's no conversation. It's just like getting spouted at. It's really like disappointing, because you go on there to have a conversation and you're not getting one. And it's just like, and she just sits back and lets it go. And she's the one who mutes. Like, she was saying I mute people. Like, my hands were down here the whole time. For me to be on, this is me. I have to be up here. Like, if I'm typing, I'm up here. Like, I was down here the whole time. Her balls are like my poor Sam's neutered balls. Like, they're nothing now. But I mean, I did put out, she knows people are sleeping all the time. But see, I'm not in her Discord, and I never would be. Like, I never would be in her Discord. But like if you notice, like, she tries to talk and she just like, she can't. She's just like schooled. I'm like, talk. I'm like, what's your deal? And she's like, I don't know. I don't have a deal. Clearly you have a deal. You got a lot of deals. Like, I'm sorry, your behavior is just not normal. And last week or 2 weeks ago, excuse me, I drank that way too fast. I like put out all the receipts of how she started everything, with, I had my, and then, then she mics and drops people. Like, she kept coming up here and then she kept dropping and saying I did something to her. Well, you can see, like, I'm sitting like this the whole time. My hands were nowhere near. Like, I would have had to have been up here doing stuff. And she would just go. And like, and, she kept saying she had internet problems, but they were my problem. But it's like, well, everyone else is fine but you. Like, I don't know what's going on over there, girl. But like, I mean, she literally just like, it was disappointing. because I would have hoped to have heard, but I don't, I don't know. It's like expecting like discussion from a child. Like you just can't. You just can't. I was just, I mean, it would have been nice. It would have been nice in an ideal world, have her speak eloquently. But I mean, you even hear her like here. She's just like, well, you're just stupid. Well, you're just, And I tried to explain to her like, don't you want to like be able to like talk to other people, especially as you get older? Like you're not going to be like a stay-at-home mom with a 10-year-old and she's never said how young her younger one is, but I mean at some point they're going to get old enough that you can have to leave the house. And even just networking, like I don't know how you're going to do that. Like you're going to want to, your husband's going to be old enough that he's going to probably have events to do as like the policeman's ball and stuff and things. And, you're going to want to like come off as like a good person, and you're not going to, because you're vile. Like, and all you can do is like yell at people. I get messy, Nessie. Oh, she's drunk. Yeah. They just, but that's like, if you do one thing wrong, you'll get, harped on it forever. Like forever. Like I'll always be a Barbie. I'll always be a Barbie. And at least I've got her admitting that I don't care. Because that's the worst. To be called something and then like don't care about it. Like I actually like it. And then to be told that I'm all bunged up about it. Because it's like I'm not. Like I'm not at all. And they already tried the whole drug thing on me. That didn't work. Like, oh, that was the thing I was going to show about Tanga. That pissed me off. So when, the circle jerks try to do their little thingy to like, what do you call it? Deflect from, Tanga getting in trouble. They, she wrote this in one of the things. Where did I put it? God, I need, can't see. I need my glasses. I'm getting old. I need glasses. Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? Don't laugh at my glasses. I'm gonna find my glasses. Don't laugh. I'm gonna show you my bum bum here. Hold on. God, it's freaking hot. I'm like, sorry. I'll show you my coochie. Sorry. This is when I'm gonna write like a thing, and it's like, you're over 50 when you don't care if you're still wearing the same like true religion jeans that you wore when you were in your 40s or 30s. You don't wear underwear because you just don't care. Like, there are certain things you do, like you fart and you just like own it. You're just like, oh, sorry, farted. You just like move on. You're like, there's no embarrassment. Like, it's like certain things that happen when you're like 50 that you're just like, whatever, That's why she says being called purple. Like that's the thing. Like she'll do, and I'm gonna do like a video that's all about like all these things she'll say. She'll say like, I don't care, they're just words, and then she's like, I thought you guys should know that I don't like to be called pigeon. If you want me to start yelling and screaming, that's all you have to do. It's like, but I thought those didn't bother you, so pick one or the other. Either stuff bothers you or it doesn't. Hold on, I gotta get a little rag to clean these off. But it's like either things really bother you or they really don't, Like either, like she flipped the lid when we called her perps. But then she's like, words are just, which is another thing that I said. There was a live stream where I was like, words are just words and they're words of a stranger. So why does anybody care? She like pretty much said the exact same thing. Like 2 days later, it's like, borrow shit much lately? God. All right. Clean up my glass. Now I can see. Yeah, I don't wear underwear. I think what happened was like I gained weight, and then when I lost weight, I tried to wear my underwear, but my underwear was all like really big, and so I was like, I'm not buying new underwear. Fuck that shit. All right, where was it? Let's see. It was. Oh, these are making it worse. Let's see. No. Serbia. No, where is it? Darn it. Let's see, what is this? Oh no, that wasn't it. Let's see. Darn it. Darn it. Darn it. I closed that one. Hold on, I'll find it. Let's see, what is this one? No. You dirty bastard. Where are you? So. What is this one? No, that's not it. Where is it? Gosh darn it. Oh, that's about Amy. Her coming at Amy. That's so nice. I hear you lost 3 stone. What is 3 stone? I don't know what that means. I don't know. But I was like, I got up to like 148 or something over like my 7 months. And I'm like, I lost like 20 pounds. Bet you those glasses are worth more than Pigeon's car. You never know, but I got a nice couple of Louis Vuittons that are definitely worth more than her car. Let's see. Gosh darn, I'm trying to think of what it was called, but it was like 20 pounds. But this was like the first time I had lost weight, and I was like, I got up to like 160. This was before I was on YouTube. It was like 160, and I got down to like 120, which was like 120 is my normal, like 120, 130 is my normal weight. But yeah, I lost a bunch of weight, and so like my underwear just like hung off of me or whatever. So I was like, I'm not buying you underwear. Scrunch that. So where is? Oh, that's that weirdo that used to bother me. Drag lady. Gosh darn it. Our Dew Queen. Ladies Lives. What is this? Oh, this is Diarrhea Jones. We've all seen you without your face put on, and one word, yikes. Okay. Let's see you without your little. I love people who go after like they always talk about like, what if that one last thing that you said put someone over the edge? Well, does anyone ever think about that with me? Like, does anyone ever like think about those kind of things? Like when I was like losing my cat and stuff like that, and like all those things were happening, and people were just making fun of me. It was funny. There was this one time where Raining Corn Dog said something like I wasn't looking very good, and that maybe they shouldn't body shame me because maybe I had like a medical issue going on. And a bunch of them were like, yeah, maybe she does. And then they just went back to like looking body shaming me. It was like, okay, that made a lot of sense right there. Like, yeah. Is this no, that's the PNG file. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. Let's see. Let's see. It's in here. Right. Sorry. I have to get closer to it. Sorry, my hair is in the way. But I remember like when Heidi and Hopi went on like their tour, and they went on Science Girls and told all these lies about me. And one of Heidi's lies was that I made all these videos called The Mattress Mama, which that wasn't what it was called at all. But I used clips of her dick or clips from her channel. I saw corn dog, sorry, in my videos, which is like, I don't use clips of any of these. But anyway, corn dog, who came on here 2 weeks ago, who said he was going to enter into a truce with me and he wasn't going to do any of that anymore. And he just did it today. He said something about me today. I forget what it was. But it was kind of funny. It was like, well, let's see it. Lasted a few weeks. Oh, here's Cinnamon. See, these people are just classic. These people are classic. Like, you know, people talk about my channel, but look at you guys. Look at how you guys are talking, okay? And this is how their channel talks. I'm going to share a screen. Let's see. This is... is from, let's see, is that this one? Wait, tire screen. Oh, application window. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so here we go. There. Oh my fucking god. OG, she's something. Trailer trash Barbie. Perfect. It's now a catchphrase. I am trailer trash Barbie. Trailer trash Barbie. You know? Heidi, this is what gets you. Oh, yeah. Fucking mom was telling her to zip her mouth. Because she was, I don't know what Heidi's deal was the other night, but she was yapping her flap about me. She was like, she said her lawyer was already involved and would get back to me, and I don't really know. I don't know. I think she was mad because Robin Lennon had asked me a question of if I knew where a certain person was. A certain person, by the way, who there are 200 of in YouTube. Like, I made a little video searching for all of them, and there were like 200 of them. So who knows which one of the 200 we were talking about? And the information that I said was actually factually correct. So, but you go ahead and try to start a lawsuit with me there, girl. Let's see, what is this? That's it. Tammy Barbie. Tammy Barbie. Who is Tammy? Oh, no. Yeah, who is Tammy Barbie? Who is Tammy Barbie? I need a soda. I want a soda. You know what are really good? These little things. Where is Hideout Heidi? I don't know. Heidi deleted her channel. Oh, well, that's why I got called a fucking cunt. That was a long time ago. Gosh, that was forever ago. That's what started all this. God, I love Alta. Jeez. You're just a little out of the loop, girlfriend. So, I think I was on Susan's, and I was in chat. And someone was talking about Heidi, and I went and I looked for her channel, and her channel wasn't there. And her, and when I went to the URL, like it said this account has been deleted or something. So I said she deleted her channel, and someone said, no, she just privated the videos and changed the name. So when you search for it, nothing comes up. And I was like, oh, so she fake deleted her channel. And all once I hear, because I'm listening, I have an earbud in to what they're saying. And all once I hear, I didn't fake delete my channel, OG, you fucking cunt. And it was the way she enunciated that T that really did all the damage right there. And I was just like, like I had never been called a cunt before, like ever in my life. So I was just like, oh my God, that was slippery. Like, holy shit. Like, what do I do with that? Like, I was just kind of like shocked. Like, like, what do I do? She can't get out of her landlord's. Yeah, she was gonna do it was like something love something or something. But yeah, she was gonna do it with Laura. They were gonna do like a women's help channel. Like I told her when Heidi and I were emailing back and forth, I was like, you should go back to your channel. You were like really happy then, and you know, I think it gave you some like self-worth and self-value, and those are very important things to have. And I said you really should go back to that, if you can find a nook and cranny of somewhere where you will be taken seriously, because you've kind of crushed that part of yourself. And if you can go back to somewhere, you will get there, and that would be a good idea for you. And then the next day she said, like, I was talking to someone that you would never believe I was talking to, but they gave me advice, and I think I'm going to go back to my channel. And I was like, ooh, don't say it's me. People will never go to it. Let me see if I can see. I need a spoon. That's what I need right now. Gosh, where is day? Why do I keep coming up with Ragnu Queen? Because Ragnu. I don't know. I can't find it now. But anyway, Tanga said something where it was in the midst of like all this stuff where like all the jerks were just going off on me and stuff like that. And Tanga said something like pills maybe. And it's like, really? Like that was like 2 years ago that everyone was trying to, I was like, come on, get it together. You can do better than that, girl. But it's like, I think we've already disproven the whole, like, it's like, come on, everybody's tried. I don't know how many people have tried that, thing with me. I'm like, it's not going to fly. So just move on to something else better. Health channel my peach. Health channel my peach. Does anyone know if Perp worked before and what she does? I don't think she's ever had a job. I don't think she's ever had a job. I need to get a spoon. I can't get this out. Health channel. I was bad. My ass, OG. What do you mean my ass? My ass, my ass, my ass, my ass, my ass. Hey, sexy lady. My ass. I need to get a spoon. I think I have one over here. But seriously, Purple's only had her channel. And then she had Mean Girls, which is gone. My ass. My sexy lady. It's funny. My husband's best friend, he's like really into like fat bottom girls. So I always know when I've gained a little bit of weight because he gets all like, hey, how you doing? It's fun. Health channel my ass is what I meant. Yeah. There's no like she always says like, I had this, channel for autoimmune diseases and it helped so many, but people ruined it for me. Like no one ruined it for you. You ruined it for yourself. Like I hate when people say, I'm sorry I'm eating. It's really rude. I know. I'm sorry I'm the worst human in the world. But I hate when people say, it's the haters that ruin my channel. No, they ruin my show. Okay. I've been on here for 1 hour and 40 minutes. I don't know. I'm not seeming to have and I'm sitting here talking shit about somebody. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not seeming to have a problem with like haters and getting my show, which this is not a show. A show is Disney on Ice. This is a person talking, giving their opinions. I'm not so self-inflated, that I believe that this calls me a show. This is my show. It's not a show. This is one person like spouting how she feels. And this is like a nice group of people who, luckily for me, will listen to me. I'm very blessed that I have, I don't want to say fans, but I have people who enjoy listening to me and I get to do this. This is very nice. But, haters are your biggest fans. Then I have no fans at all. Like, I mean, like, I just, there is to a point, but I mean, it's like, I don't know. I think there's a somewhere in the middle there. There's a somewhere in the middle between someone like me. I'm not a hater. I'm a person that gets even. Yeah. Like, you're not a hater is someone, to me, a hater is someone who just dislikes someone for no good reason. Like, there's no real good reason. They just don't like someone, and there's no rhyme or reason for it, and there's no getting them out of it, and it's just like they're just haters, and they have hate in their heart. That's the biggest thing. They have hate in their heart. Like, I was told by someone once that, and this is another thing to bring up, like, I was told for years that I was not a comedian, that roasting was not a comedy, that roasting was not anything more than bullying. The term roasting was bullshit. All roasting was a way to be able to talk shit and talk down to people and like hurt people. That was all roasting was. And it was like a lie wrapped in a pink bow. I didn't mean that to be pink bow burrito. Didn't even think of that when I said it. Should have thought a little bit more before that came out of my mouth. But I mean, like I was told, like, everyone, you're not a comedian. That's not comedy. That's not funny. You're a hater. All you do is hate on people. That's all you do every day is you hate on people. And I was like, no. Like, if you listen to Precious, like if you listen to what I do, I talk about people's actions. I talk about what people do. Like, I don't talk about looks and their body and their, like, I don't do that. I talk about their actions. I talk about what they do. I talked about how Precious was not the best mod in the world because she took her feelings out on people. And like, she would be mean with people. And even creators were like, God, I don't want her on my panel because she would just like be mean to people. And even like subs would be like, I don't want to go into a channel if she's modding that day. And that got back to creators. So I mean, she was probably a bit more of an extreme, case of it, but she was someone who really needed to like hear about herself, to understand, how she was being taken and perceived in life. And my goal is never to hurt somebody. It's to maybe let them see how other people see them so that maybe they can make a change in life to help them. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big, like, I don't want to hurt anybody. That's not a roast to me. I don't want to harm anybody. I don't want to like ruin them or ruin their day. I mean, maybe some people I do. No, just kidding. But I mean, yeah, like constructive criticism. I don't agree with that. I think roasting is quite flattering. I mean, I think any type of art is undefinable. Like, you can't oh, okay. I guess somebody saw my boob. So anyway, so like any art can be you can't really define art. Like, you can't. Like, it just has to be what it is. And everybody has a different definition of what art is. Like, like Heidi read something once that said roast means the person has to be involved. Well, that's not true. Like, if any kind of art had some definable thing, then I did. But I mean, how do you see? There's nothing to see. There is nothing to see. I don't, trust me, there's nothing to see. I don't think. Anyway, so like, I just, the idea of, we need to, define roasting. Well, I was told that roasting was, it was just bullying and blah, 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 and blah, blah. Well, okay, what is roasting now? Now roasting is something that you pay for and it's just fine. I mean, so which is it? Like, I was told that I was like the biggest sinner in the world because I roasted people, and roasting was just another way to get away with bullying and stuff like that. But now roasting is okay and you can pay for it. I mean, the hypocrisy is just like, I don't really understand it. I don't get it. You can't, I mean, it's like calling the pot kettle black or whatever it's called, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, you know, things have to be either one way all the time or another way all the time. Like, I'm a very black and white person. So it's either one way all the time or another way all the time. But you can't tell me that, like, you know, roasting is always bullying. But now suddenly roasting is great. And she's going to roast people. Like, she's a comedian now and she's going to roast people. And, like, you know, I'm sorry. I think Jamie was just a freaking character assassination. I mean, that was just a character assassination, if you ask me. Like, I don't think that was in any way a roast or funny to anybody. You know, I think it was just basically being like, here are the things that we've decided that are wrong with you, and we're going to go after you for them in the meanest way possible to hope to make you cry and to bully you. And that was basically it. And I don't agree with that. Like, if anyone ever came up to me and said, like, you know, what you said really hurt my feelings, I would take that down. Like, I don't want to hurt anybody. Like, if you got what I meant to say across, you know, like, if, you know, like Precious Chaos understood, like she and I are friends now, and she's like, you know, I really was an ass and I really did overreach when I was a mod, and I really was like the worst mod ever, and I get it, and I get why I was roasted, you know, but, you know, so she gets it now, so it's for a good reason. And I mean, you know, Purple only hates me because she thinks my fart video was about her and it wasn't. Like, she hates me because she thinks I roasted her when I didn't. Like, make that make sense for me. You know, she says, I never go after anyone who doesn't come after me first, except for me, who didn't come after her. Never did anything to her. Made a video that wasn't about her, and then she yelled at me for it. Okay. So screw yourself after that one. You know, I'm definitely not going to make a video after that, you know? I mean, I don't know. I just think that we talk a lot about how we don't like people who are liars, and, you know, we're not going to let certain people get away with certain things, but then we do all the time, and nothing's going to change. Like, they tell you that in recovery, nothing changes if nothing changes. Like, nothing's going to change unless nothing's going to change. And I mean, nothing's going to change unless we stand up and say, nothing's going to change. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think about it? She thinks she's the center of attention. She does think she's the center of attention. And, you know, to her, she probably is, you know, but she's not, you know, at all. Wait, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me just tweet something here. Wait, hold on. See, this is me typing. Like, if I was typing and, like, doing things like cutting her out and all that stuff, like she said I was doing, you know, and like muting her, you would have seen me up there doing that. Now I got like fruit all over my lips. Like, you would have seen me up there typing. Like, that was not typing. But I was proud of her that she actually came up. Like, you know, even though it didn't know anything of anything, like, I was proud that she did. But, you know, she says, no one ever comes up here. Well, what? Do you really think, like, when you say to someone, okay, bitch, come on up? Okay. That's like when someone says, like, oh my God, this smells so bad. Take a whiff. You're not going to smell that. Oh my God, this is the worst thing I've ever eaten. Take a bite of that. No, they're not going to take a bite of that. They're going to be like, no, thank you. No, thank you at all. God, these people, sometimes they like rattle my brain. They rattle my brain. I have to change something about myself, but I've always been honest. If I call people out, I had a good reason. You know what? Everybody gets to be themselves. And, you know, that's the beauty of life, is that nothing is set in stone in life. And everyone gets to be whoever they want to be in life. And everybody should let everybody be who they want to be in life. You know, like, I think that there are two wasted emotions, and that's guilt and jealousy. Because if you feel guilty about something you did, then you should just own it and apologize and then move on. Enough said. If you're jealous about something that someone else has, then go try and get it. And if you can't get it, maybe you weren't meant to have it, and you should let it go and move on. But like, waddling in these emotions does nothing for anybody except makes two people very unhappy. See, I'm a Capricorn, so I'm all like OCD, everything like that. I'm like Miss Perfectionist. Like, my kindergarten report card, I should find it. It actually says on it, does not play well with others. Granted, I was 4 because I went to school early, because back then they had kindergarten was basically optional. You didn't have to do optional, or you didn't have to do kindergarten. And if you didn't, that was fine. And you could do 2 years of it. And if you did 2 years of it, they called it pre-K like they do now. But you didn't have to do pre-K to do K, and you, like, it was just optional. So I went at 4 because I was poor, and my mom wanted to go to work, but she needed baby care. And that was the only way she could afford baby care. And I went to a like a, what do you call it? Like a private school. It was like girls only, and there were men in it. But like during like the school time, during the, you know, time you went outside, there was like a big gate, like, so like you couldn't like touch each other. So stupid. Like, how to make people more uncomfortable about their own bodies than, like, I don't know, it was kind of stupid. And I remember one time, for some reason, like, I like was, I don't know what I was doing, but like, stop lying. Oh, why did I just get a notification about me? Oh yeah, bet you won't. Yeah, I love the new sayings. Stop it, and then bet you won't. So let's see if she stops lying about me. Bet you won't. Bet you won't. Bet you'll have some receipts for some of these things you say. Bet you won't. Bet you'll finally tell me, like, why in the first place you went after me that day. Like, and said, I thought I just saw something, and said, same work for it, and you value it more. I always tell my kids, you know, you learn something more when you mess it up the first time. Like, people who get things right the first time never learn like the first time. Like, you learn more when you screw up than when you do it right. That's just like I don't know why my phone won't shut up. I value everything I have more because I didn't grow up with anything, like anything, you know? So I am very thankful, and I think I value everything very much. All right. Hey, sexy lady. Oh, I don't know why I have that song in my mind now. Learn from your mistakes. Yeah, it's the only way you can learn. Like, my kids would get so frustrated in school if they didn't get something right. I'm like, You learn more from your mistakes. So stop, take a breath, and try again. And try again, like thinking of it a different way. And you'll learn more that way. Isn't that? I thought I saw like a little weird head there. That was weird. That was weird. Oh, who was asking about hair the other night? I found the name of it, and now, of course, I forgot it already. But I found the name of it. It was, and now I found the name of the hair I used to use. It started with a D, and now I forgot it again. Bastards. You dirty bastards. Made me forget again. Trying to find something. Someone told me I needed to read something. I'm trying to find it. I can't. I don't care about stuff like that. I don't care about stuff like that. So what else was I gonna say? So I'm gonna out the lies. So do you think I should put receipts with the lies? Or do you think it's enough to say it and then say, if you don't believe me, you show your receipts? Because I could find them all, but I really don't feel like it. I mean, like I have like I like have everything from everything. Like I have everything from everything. Ridiculously enough. And I mean, like I literally have the whole stream from my Discord that day that shows that everything that everyone keeps trying to say over and over again is completely wrong. Completely wrong. And all this crap. I remember there was a phone call between Lolita and Frank Hill's new wife, Ziggy, at one point, and they were talking about us. You know? I will talk to you later. My head is hurting. Well, don't have your head hurt, honey. But like they were talking about it too. And they were saying, oh, you know, like, oh, they were really like blah, blah, blah. And Queen OG was freaking out. Like, why was I always freaking out? Like, I never freak out. I'm not a freak out kind of girl. Like, no one's ever known me freak out. So, I don't know. I guess the moral of the story is, Purple, you need to shut your mouth. You need to quit lying. And if you have lies, you need to back them up, which means you're not going to have lies because you don't have anything to back them up with because they're freaking lies. Did you just hear that? It sounded like a freaking duck or something. But I mean, like, she needs to stop with the lies. And I understand she doesn't have a lot of content without the lies, but she needs to go make some shit up. Like, she needs to go figure something else out. Because I'm not going to be her freaking content. And, you know, I know she says the same thing back, but she needs to understand, like, action, reaction. And, like, I'm not the action here. I'm, like, just sitting around doing my own shit. And then, you know, I get a call. Oh, you know, fucking numbnuts is over there again, spouting shit about you, trying to start crap. And then I got to go over and watch it. And then I got to go talk about it. It's stupid. It's freaking ridiculous. So, you know, if she would just zip it a little bit, you know, things would be a lot nicer for her. And, you know, maybe she wouldn't, I don't know. Like, she wonders why people think the way they do about her. That's part of it. Like, why would want to, you know, I don't know. I don't know why you'd want to be that kind of asshole. It's a revolving door. It is a revolving door. It is a revolving door. It's a revolving door of just being an asshole after asshole over and over again. And I don't really understand it. I mean, I wake up every day and like, I mean, I had a hard life growing up. And I was going to do something like in Patreon because you can do like podcasts and stuff in there. You can do a lot of really cool stuff. And I was going to do like some sort of podcast where I talked about like growing up and stuff and all the things that have happened to me. Because where were we? We were somewhere, and I was talking about some of the things that had happened to me that formed who I was. And people were like, holy shit. Like, every time I would say something, they'd be like, is that it? And I'd be like, no, there's more. You know, and they were just like, oh, my God. Like, holy crap. So, I mean, I've had a lot of things done to me, and I could have turned out to be that kind of person who, like, just is hateful because of it and just thinks everybody should hate each other and, wants to go turn around and rob banks and get back at the people who got at them in the first place. Like, I could be that kind of person. I could be that kind of asshole, but I don't want to be. Like, I want to be a good person. Like, that treated me that there are bad people in the world, and I want to be a better version of that person. I want to, like, cut the, tie of that or whatever, and, like, change to be a better person. Sorry if I don't know if that's making noise when I keep hitting that. But I mean, like, I don't want to just be like the same old, like, oh, another generation of bitches, who yell at each other and who bring each other down. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to, like, move up and, like, each generation slowly move up and get better and better until, like, we're just a lot of happy people. And I think it can happen. I think it can happen. You just have to, like, choose for it to happen. You just have to, like, choose it. You can't go around being mean to people. You can't go around like, like she knows she's doing it. She knows like, I used to feel really bad for her. Like, I used to feel really bad for her. And I've offered many times to try and, like, help her. But, you're not going to hear back about that. You're not going to hear someone take that request, and say, like, okay, I'll be a nice person and I'll let you help me. Like, no freaking way are they going to let you help them. No freaking way. Especially me. No way are they going to let me help you. So, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not at all. Be proud of yourself. Don't let anyone take anything away from you. Yep. And that's what I tell my kids. I say, you know what? I want you to be your perfect version of you, which may mean that you're the best burger flipper at McDonald's. And it may be that you're the best, like, swimmer or the best musician or the best pianist. But as long as you are always working towards being a better person and, being good at what you do, then that's all you need to do. Like, that's it. That's all you need to do. Some people don't want to be helped. You tried onward and onward. Yeah, like, I didn't want help for a long time. I mean, a long time. And then all at once, one day, I just kind of realized, like, that's not a way to live. Like, that's a way to survive, but it's not a way to thrive, and I don't want to just survive. I want to thrive. I want to wake up every day and be like, what a beautiful morning. Like, it's not a beautiful morning right now because it's too freaking hot, but, it's like a beautiful morning right now. Who doesn't want to go outside and see that? A lot of people who want to be miserable. It's called a persecution complex. There are people who have persecution complexes. I can talk today. I can. But it's basically like a person who, their hair kind of looks like, and they just like to whine that they're being gone after. They don't want to be helped. They don't want anything. They want to be pursued, and they want to bring out that pursuing whatever, and that's, I don't know. People are very weird. What time is it up there? It is 5:30 here. It is early here. It is about time for dinner. That's probably why I'm getting hungry. I'm always hungry in the summer. Always hungry. I just had a little peach thing. I'm so into fruit. I just had a little melon fruity thing. Fruits are good. You like my tiara? That's a real tiara. That's a real tiara. Don't let them drag you back. Nope. I've just decided that, last year my thing was, I'm not going to comment on anything and I'm going to ignore. But that didn't really work very well because, people who saw that side of it were believed more than me saying nothing. And so no matter what I did, like, it just didn't work. It wasn't working. You know, everybody just believed what they wanted to believe, which most people believed, you know, like that the haters and the hate, and then, you know, like didn't believe me. So it didn't work. So I decided that this time that when I come back, that I'm going to every time like I hear something about me, I'm going to say the truth about it, which is annoying because I had no idea I was going to have to talk about crap all the time. Like that's what it feels like. Just 2 weeks ago, I was talking about crap. Now I'm talking about crap. Like I'm tired of talking about crap. Like you don't realize how often someone talks about you and you have to defend yourself about it all the time. It's annoying. Hey, 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 hey. So what are you trying to do with uh the bombings? You know, try and mail someone to someone? Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't promote violence, so no violence there. Hey, Peaches, good to see you. That's why I've always walked away, but I got dragged back. You know, it's hard not to get dragged back because, you know, you always like, it's like in the movie and they drug me back in. But like, you want to, like, you know, vindicate yourself. You want to be vindicated. You don't want to go down, like, you know, that's why people fight so hard to, like, you know, you want to be vindicated. You want to know that people know the truth. And that's what it is. It's the truth. It's like what's being told out there, you know, about, you know, these whatever pool floaties and like it's all lies. Like all those things are all lies, you know? And it's like, you know, I'd like them to not be there, you know, so that in a few years when my kids are like in major in high school and both in high school, like they don't go back and find, oh, let's see that funny stuff. It won't be funny anymore. Trust me, and I don't want them to hear it. You know, I stand up for the people I care about. I'm the same way too. Like I have my little group of like, you know, people who I care about, and I will fight for them, you know, for anything. But if you're not, then I don't give two shits what happens to you. Two shits. Not one, not two, not none. 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 No shits. No fucks given. But anyway, I feel bad. I missed my Patreon live yesterday because I was so busy dealing with this crap. But anyway, so we do have a yeah, I think you know, I think people are starting to see the flip-floppers, you know? I think people are starting to realize like, you know, it's been long enough time that I think people are starting to see, you know, who's on the side of people who, you know, just call people out blatantly and never do anything to fix it and, you know, blah, 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 blah. And the people who, you know, look at things and fix things and that kind of stuff. Um, so, yeah, I think people are starting to see all of that now. And people are starting to see, I mean, truth tells everything. You can't like combat truth. I mean, it's really beautiful here, really beautiful. It's like amazing. So I don't know. But I think I am gonna start well one thing I was looking at like people who, you know, because for a long time it was like always the regulars. The regulars were always there, but it's like the regulars aren't there anymore. And the number of people are like different and they're new. And different isn't always bad, but it's like where are all those like big like bad people there that like, you know, were there to, and they all flip flopped and went away, you know, and they're like gone now, kind of thing. So I don't know. I don't know. It's about dinner time, and I'm gonna go check on all my few people who are left, and hopefully we can take some tents down and maybe do some barbecue and send some people home. It's freaking hot. It says it's 99 degrees. It's still 99 degrees. Fuck, it's hot. Can you imagine though if it was 99 degrees on the East Coast with like humidity? Oh my God, I would die. I would die with this hair. Like I remember one time I went back to Pittsburgh and I had, you know, long hair like this, but it was like really my hair. And it was red and it was so hot. I was just like sweating and we were going to a wedding. Oh my God, it was so hot. I just wanted to like I was like, can I just go and like sit here all day in front of like anything, like the pool, like a breeze of some sort? It was so freaking hot. No, you've never changed. Oh, it was real bad last week. Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, no, you've never changed, Nessie. You've always been the same person. You know, and that's the thing. You can tell who people are by who has never changed. Like I don't think I've ever changed. I've always been the same person. I've never like called out, you know, shown people's personal information or, you know, done things that I shouldn't have done. And, you know, I've done things exactly how I wanted to do it and exactly why I wanted to do it. And, you know, I don't know. I'm sure I still have a lot of learning to go through and a lot of things to do. But I mean, I think I got down a lot of it and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to say thank you all for being here and spending time with me. You could have spent it anywhere, but you spent time with me. And see if someone copies me for that. But if you want me to put out, I think you had doubts about me in the beginning. I did, but you know why? Because Hopi told me that you had made some comments that like there could be only one queen and you were the queen first and I wasn't allowed to be queen OG and which you may have said, but she made it sound like, you know, which people say things and, you know, like, but they change their minds, you know, or can, or, you know, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. But then she never like really said anything about it again. I asked her about it and she'd be like, oh, you know, I think she still feels the same way and just never like, you know, people do change, you know, and I think you have changed, you know, but whatever. I mean, whatever. But yeah, I did because, you know, I was poisoned by someone and I believed someone over and I didn't give you a chance. You know, I just kind of like believed what I was told and only once I was kind of away from that person and saw other sides and gave you a chance to see your side did I kind of, brighten up. I will see. Maybe I'll go back in because it might actually be nice in the middle of the night. Maybe I will because I'm tired right now. I feel like I could fall asleep right now. Maybe I'll fall asleep for like a 5 hour nap and like wake up and go, well, not 5 hours. That'll be too late, but go out and like sit in front of the pool. That was nice. That was nice just sitting in front of the pool with all the lights and stuff like that. Maybe I'll get in the pool. That's big. That's big for me. I'm not a pool person. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know. But still in Discord. Yes, and I'm sorry that I don't go into a lot of people. I really don't go into a lot of people's lives because I don't have time. Because I'm trying to do TikTok and Instagram and like I'm trying to do all big crack. Trying to do all the other social media thingies too and get that going. Plus, then I got the kids, and I got the husband, and then you know how it is. So anyway, maybe I'll be back in the middle bit, in the middle in the middle of the night. I am tired. I am very tired. I should take a nap. I didn't sleep. I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night, and it wasn't very good sleep because it was like wasn't good sleep. I was so worried about like everybody and if everyone was okay. You know how it is when you're like, send me the pool in the sun. I will. I'll send you like a little jar of sun and sand. All right. Thank you, everybody. And if you want me to put receipts out for everything, I will. I don't like putting out people's personal emails and stuff like that, but I'll redact everything. And if you want to see it in black and white, I'll put it all out there. But I don't know if perps really needs that at this point, because everybody knows that I'm not a liar. If there's one thing that I am, I'm not a liar. Like, there's one thing that you know about me. I don't lie. Like, I don't. I just say things like flat out, and I don't lie. So anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for being here, and maybe I'll talk to you tonight. But for the Patreon members, I definitely will be. There's Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's always a Patreon, except for this last Tuesday yesterday, because I was a butthead. But if you want to be in Patreon, just go to Patreon. I'm not going to get all fancy like the moderators do. But my whole 2 moderators. I have the best, like, I literally probably have 3 or 4 moderators. And I have the best moderators ever, because they don't have to do anything. Okay, so just go to patreon.com and search for Queen OG. I can't type it all out. And hit the like button on your way out, because YouTube hates me because I'm not going back to the YouTube partner program. So hit the like on the way out. Go sign up for YouTube, and I might see you tonight. Patreons, I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. And I have some skits to write, gosh darn it, but I love you guys. And wouldn't be as much fun without you. So anyway, bye everybody. I love you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. I love you guys. Bye.